Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one we're going to be talking about Jim Harbaugh and all the latest news and updates that you guys need to know about him going to the NFL or staying here at Michigan. The talk had died down for a couple days. It has picked up as he had interviews with the Vikings and also talk about him going to the Dolphins. Going to be getting into everything you guys need to know about this situation. So we're going to be getting into it. If you guys are new around here, really appreciate it if you could go ahead, hit that like button, and subscribe if you guys are new. Other than that, let's get right into today's video. Alright, so the first thing we'll start off with is the Minnesota Vikings job, because that one has been a lot of talk about it. And so a report came out per ESPN's Jeremy Fowler saying that obviously Jim Harbaugh had an interview with the Minnesota Vikings and conveyed legitimate interest in taking the job. Fowler also added that the Vikings believe Harbaugh is ready for a return to the NFL and is considered in the mix for the job. Now, even though that they did interview Harbaugh, the Vikings are also interested in a couple other candidates. The team is actually set to hold second interviews with Los Angeles Rams coordinators Kevin O'Connell and Raheem Morris, per ESPN's Adam Schefter, while also the New York Giants defensive coordinator Patrick Graham is also still in the mix for the opening job, per NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. Alright, I also saw something on ESPN SportsCenter. Adam Schefter, they actually were talking with him, and he said that right now he does not think that the Vikings and Harbaugh are anywhere near close to hiring him. He also added that they were actually going tonight to interview in Los Angeles both offensive and defensive coordinator. I already said their name. Their offensive coordinator Kevin O'Connell and defensive coordinator Raheem Morris. He also said that he thinks that they're focusing more in that direction as of right now, and that he thinks that they are really focusing more on those two coordinators rather than Harbaugh. But he did add, we'll see what happens. And, obviously right now, not a lot of people know what's going on right now. You can't really believe a lot of people. Obviously, Adam Schefter, though, he's not going to, jump to a conclusion. So while all these, people saying that, Jim Harbaugh are very interested, legitimate interest for the Vikings and everything, right now the Vikings also are going to interview these two coordinators, and like I said, Adam Schefter said that they think they're focusing more on that side rather than Harbaugh right now. But I mean, that doesn't mean Harbaugh is not an option. He definitely is. But I mean, right now, obviously nobody knows anything. Really the only person, in my opinion, that knows anything is Jim Harbaugh. So we'll just have to find out. Also, another thing, Vegas released these odds, and Jim Harbaugh was first up for the Vikings job. Obviously, like I said, we don't really know what that means because not a lot of people know anything in this situation, and you can't really trust a lot of people. But like I said, they're right now going to interview those two coordinators, so obviously there's going to be competition for the job. I think Harbaugh, while he may have interest in the NFL, that doesn't mean that he isn't committed to this team here at Michigan. Been seeing some people saying that, I don't want to coach coming back here or staying here if he's not committed in this team. Jim Harbaugh has freedom. He can do whatever he wants. He can interview with NFL teams. He can, it's his life, and he's obviously been to the Super Bowl before. He's obviously coached the 49ers. And, right now, I would say coaching in college is more of a stressful job than coaching in the NFL, just because of the whole recruiting. You have no time off. You have to be right on the recruiting trail. Just look at Harbaugh. Right after the season ended, he was back right on the recruiting trail and had no time to rest. Just because he is interested in the NFL doesn't mean that he's not committed to this team. If he comes back and stays here at Michigan, he's just exploring options, and it's just like any other normal human being exploring other jobs and everything. So just wanted to say that, because to say that he's not committed to this team for exploring different options, I think is kind of insane and kind of weird to say, especially a Michigan alum like Jim Harbaugh, who played here at quarterback. I mean, he's obviously committed to this team. He's out recruiting and everything, so if he comes back and he stays, he's definitely going to be 100% committed here. And like he said it's only the beginning, and he's here to win championships if indeed he does come back. Well, not come back, I should say stay here. Also, another thing I should mention is the Michigan contract they offered Jim Harbaugh. It's not big money like Mel Tucker's, but instead, Jim Harbaugh has said it. He, would coach Michigan for free, and I don't think that he really cares about the money. I think it's just, his interest in really what he wants to do at this point. So, I mean, it is, obviously higher paid, but it's not close to Mel Tucker's kind of contract. And that might be because maybe he wants to hire assistant coaches. He obviously needs a defensive coordinator now, so he might just, have told the university, like, hey, you don't have to give me this much money. At the end of the day, it's going to be my, my decision and my interest as of right now. So, but that's my opinion on it. That's how, but right now I think it's just his interest and what he wants to do. Either stay here and coach Michigan or just go to the NFL. Now, there is an option or a chance he does go to Miami as well. I know that Stephen Ross, Michigan alum who owns the Dolphins, said he wouldn't take Jim Harbaugh away from Michigan. However, if Jim Harbaugh is set to leave to the NFL, he might give him an offer if he, really does want to make an entry and he is going to leave either way. I think he might make an offer. John U. Bacon on Twitter actually even said today. Now, he said, obviously, the usual, nobody knows how this will end, and then he put but, and he also put in parentheses, all info backed by 2 sources with direct knowledge, and he put, Michigan's offer is not a holdup. Minnesota interviewed Jim Harbaugh Saturday, went very well, no offer yet, and then he also put, if Minnesota offers Miami, the Miami Dolphins could counter, and he said, thus my odds of Jim Harbaugh staying now at 60-40. So that is really the only way that the Miami Dolphins will offer him, is if Minnesota does offer him, then they might counter offer him if he does want to go to the NFL. So it's not going to be Michigan's fault or the university or the Warren Manual. I don't think it'll be anybody's fault here in Michigan if Jim Harbaugh does leave to go to the NFL, because it's not about the contract. It's not about any of that anymore. It's really about if he wants to stay here at Michigan or if he just wants to return to the NFL. Michigan can offer him all they want. I mean, they have everything that they can do for him. So at this point, it's just whether or not what he wants to do, if he wants to go back to the NFL, if he wants to stay at Michigan. I mean, Harbaugh probably has a lot of things on his mind right now. He has been obviously out recruiting for Michigan, so he's still doing his job here at Michigan. I mean, he is still technically the Michigan head coach right now, so he has to be doing his job. But I mean, yeah, he has been out recruiting and everything. Also probably looking for a defensive coordinator candidate. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the latest, guys. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think. But a lot of people saying that Michigan's contract is a holdup. Michigan's offer, their contract, it's not a holdup. It's really about Jim Harbaugh and what he wants to do and his thoughts right now and where it's at. So it's really just his interest and what he wants to do. It's going to be all up to Harbaugh, and we'll see what he decides to do. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please drop a like, subscribe for more. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.